All right, boxing fans, let's get set next for the category, which is the lightweight category. They may look very lean, but they're certainly mean fighting machines, I can assure you that. In the blue corner, he was a gold medalist at the 2009 President's Cup, representing the Baku Fires. Please welcome Shemin Givashev.
Bütün arenalarda yandıran Can, yan, dayan, geçmeyen Gaynı yergan, hürmetli kazan Kapağına çıkan divarı dağıt vur Bir elinde kelebe, o birisinde uğur Subut ele, kimdir burada number one Baku Fires gelir, çekilin yoldan Rakipleri sındır, gıra gıra Baku Fires gelir, vura vura Sözünü yeri
And in the red corner, a man that you certainly wouldn't have forgotten, silver medalist at the 2011 President's Cup. The last time he was in this ring, he knocked his opponent flat. Please welcome from the Venky's Mumbai Fighters, Charlie Warrior of God Suarez.
Alright, and there we have the individual rankings, and Juan Romero is out at the top, Ravi.
Well, certainly, and you've got Padadi Nakzibekov of Baku Fires at number 2, and he is not in the ring at the moment. It is Shemin Givashev, and the judges, Pavlikos of Greece, Renechast, and Klaus Bedemann of Denmark, while we will be seeing for the first time, a lady referee, Kaira Sidi-Yakov of Algeria, in charge of the proceedings in the ring.
Now, Ravi, just looking back at the fight there, we just saw a tragic end for the Venky's Mumbai Fighters as Jitendra Kumar lost the fight due to an accidental foul. And, you know, but for that, I kind of fancy the chances of the Venky Mumbai's Fighters going into the last one, the heavyweight fight, where they've got Uwain Farr coming into that one. And there's a lot at stake this one, but they've got a good man representing them here. Charlie Suarez knocked his opponent cold a month ago when we saw him in this very same ring.
And also the bout that he lost in Astana, Samat Bashanov, is certainly not the, I think, the clearest of decisions. It was a split decision that Charlie Suarez lost, which he had won on my card. So Charlie Suarez is certainly a man to be watched out for, and Givashev will not be taking Suarez lightly. And if Suarez can deliver, it could be back on level terms, all then going into the heavyweight bout.
Certainly could. Both men are, well, Charlie Suarez is 23 years old. Shemin is 27. Suarez a marginal height advantage here, but we know that he punches and punches hard.
But certainly he knows how to connect that right uppercut. Ask Ekachai Pramada of Bangkok.
And he went down like a sack of
I've
rocks.
never seen a ringside doctor running in the ring that fast, as we saw Muhammad Motasane charging in to have a look at what happened. There's he, MC Maricom, 5 times world champion, and now getting ready for the Asian Boxing Championships, where she will be trying to qualify for the London Olympics. And meanwhile, we've got a bit of a delay as there's some technical issues being sorted out by the supervisor, Helmut Ranze. Spectators quite excited about how the Venky's Mumbai Fighters have been performing this night.
All right, just while we wait for the officials to go through what they need to get this fight underway, and it seems we're ready.
Round one.
So Baku Fires leading the Venki's Mumbai Fighters 2-1. Both fighters a bit tentative right now. Shimon will have watched footage of Suarez knocking out his opponent a month ago, and he'll be extremely wary of the right hand that did that.
Well, Grivachev has got a very open stance, which might look very inviting to Charlie Suarez. He's got his glove low, and there's a fair bit of gap between the two gloves, so that could certainly present an opportunity to Charlie Suarez. And as he charges in, of course, he'll have the crowd backing him as well in this in-orbit mall arena, because he is certainly a favorite with the crowd.
He certainly is, and he's become even more so after he knocked out his opponent a month ago. Now he's landed a couple of nice jabs, and there's another one. Meanwhile, Shimon won't get any points for those, because there was on his opponent's elbows. Suarez defending well out there, keeping his guard in, and that's basically what Shimon wants to avoid. He wants to avoid that right hook of Charlie Suarez, that is so very dangerous.
Grivachev, if not anything else, he's done his homework well. He knows Charlie Suarez doesn't hurt too bad with the left, but the right can be lethal. That's what he's trying to avoid. And this time, a good right landed there by Charlie Suarez.
Followed by a left as well, and he's going after his man now, and Shimon did well to get out of that, countered with a left, but he was in trouble for a moment, Ravi.
Well, final minute of round number one, and certainly Semen Grivachev is not having it easy, although he's ranked number 8, and once again a left to the chin straight from Charlie Suarez. So certainly Charlie Suarez making sure that despite his ranking being 20, and he's facing Grivachev, who's ranked number 6 with a 3-1 record this season, he's not overawed by his more experienced opponent, and is making sure that Venki's Mumbai Fighters stay in the contest, because if he can pull it off in this lightweight bout, then it'll be back to 2 apiece.
It certainly will, and he's the younger of the two fighters. Clearly a bit more scope there for improvement. He's shown what he's capable of, and he's done it in the first round as well, and he's gone after his man yet again. Does well to get out of the way of the counter. And for me, Ravi, with about 5 seconds left to go, this is all Charlie Suarez in round one.
Well, certainly Charlie Suarez has taken the initiative. We'll see how the judges saw it, but the corner is going to play a very crucial role, because Joe Clow is the man who's going to be deciding. That's Grivachev, who is not having it any easy at all. And there you see Charlie Suarez right connecting with Grivachev's chin. Once again, the left connecting. So Charlie Suarez making sure that his punches land and land well. Grivachev a little annoyed there, trying to hit him on the sides to get that guard down, but that didn't work out. And we see 2 judges have scored in favor of Charlie Suarez, 1 in favor of Grivachev, so it's a split decision, but Charlie Suarez has the lead.
So Charlie Suarez well out of the gates for now.
Seconds out.
And there we've got an excited budding boxer.
Round
That's what you
2.
really want to see. Boxing being developed at the grassroots level. Seconds out.
Round number 2, and Charlie Suarez making sure that he's coming in low. That's something that Joe Clow must have told him to do, because we had seen repeatedly that Grivachev was trying to hurt him on the sides, knock this wind out of him, and that's something that Charlie Suarez would do well to avoid, and that's why he's coming in crouching low to present a smaller target.
And Shimon Grivachev is actually inviting Charlie Suarez in. It's a bit dangerous, considering this man has a really lethal right hand. And Charlie Suarez able to land the jab to his chin. And for Grbachev, what he's doing is he's able to counter well, and that's what's keeping him in the fight against Charlie Suarez for now.
Well, certainly he's got the experience going for him. He is at least 4 years older than Suarez, so he's got a lot more experience. And let's not forget, this is his second season in the World Series boxing, so he's also more used to doing those 5 rounds of 3 minutes each. Normally, amateur boxing is just 3 3-minute rounds, so that's also a step up for debutants or newcomers in the World Series boxing, where you've got to go through 2 extra rounds of 3 minutes each, and that can hurt.
It really can, for anyone who's ever been in a ring, and I can tell you from experience that when you're in there are very few sports that test your stamina the way a fight does. It's just unbelievable. You don't realize how slowly those seconds stick away when you're actually in the ring.
And certainly those seconds tick away even more slowly if you're at the receiving end. But now Grbachev is inviting trouble by dropping his left hand and almost asking Charlie Suarez to come in close. And Suarez, not falling for that trick, is waiting for the opportunity so that he can land a couple of good ones. He's landed in this round, landed a couple of good lefts, but the right still hasn't found its target.
But I think Shimon Grbachev began this round well, but Charlie Suarez has come back strong in this last 30 seconds or so, and it'll be important to see how they finish up this round, and that's where we'll probably find the winner of this round from.
Well, so far the bout has been pretty clean. We haven't seen much interference from the lady referee, Siti Yacob of Algeria. She's not had much to do, as the boxers have been not going into a clinch and making sure that the bout remains clean as we approach the round, end of round number 2. And as soon as I said that, it's called the commentator's curse. Immediately she was called in to break the 2-1.
At the back of his head, that probably won't count for points. This one's going to be extremely close, Ravi. How do you see it?
Well, I think this one, Grbachev did have a slight edge. He had more jabs on target, and Suarez has got to work hard to try and come back. But at the moment, I see that there you see Grbachev coming in very, very strongly, and then again onto the body. Charlie Suarez not able to connect as well as he would have liked, and that's what could have hurt him in round number 2. As we watch the replay, Grbachev also struggling to find his target. Suarez has landed as we await the score, and all 3 judges have scored in favor of Grbachev.
And he did begin this round well. Charlie Suarez did come back strong in the second. So we had a split for Charlie Suarez in the first.
Round 3!
Unanimous for Shimon Grbachev in the second. Seconds out, round 3.
Well, what that means is that Shimon Grbachev leads on 1 card, while 2 cards are all level at 19 each. Now, Charlie Suarez has got to do something special. That's really annoyed Shimon Grbachev with that left to the chin. And now
he's taunting him, and he's taking another one. And Charlie Suarez lands 2 very nice left jabs right on Shimon's jaw. Charlie Suarez being asked to lift his head up. He starts off well.
Grbachev trying to score with the left hook, but fortunately for Suarez, that didn't connect at all. But Suarez is now coming in charging. Probably he's been told by his corner that he's lost round number 2, and the coaches generally have a fair idea of how the judges would have scored it, and so are able to motivate their boxers to try something extra. That's what we're seeing, that extra bit of spark from Charlie Suarez.
And Shimon Grbachev, a couple of bolo punches out there, just waving his left hand, going with the, leading with the right after that. And you can do that once or twice, get some element of surprise on your opponent. You keep doing that and you find yourself in a lot of trouble as you expose the jaw on your left side.
Charlie Suarez opening, and there, and once again a left
Oh,
hook.
he deserved that, didn't he? He certainly deserved that. Cheekily puts his hand up. And I can tell you he's posturing and
At the moment, Charlie Suarez may be a little behind, but he's not going to be overall. It's only a slight advantage for Grivashev, but Charlie Suarez coming back as the second stick away. We've got about 45 seconds remaining in round number 3. And Charlie Suarez once again connects well with the right near the shoulders. But that start begins to hurt as the bout progresses because each punch on the shoulder shakes that joint quite hard.
.25 seconds left to go. Charlie Suarez. Has he done enough in this round to claw back? Possibly.
I see another split scoring in round number 3. As Grivashev desperately trying to gain the upper hand. 2 judges have got it level, and round number 3 ends with the bell. We'll have to see how it all panned out, but at the moment I think the Baku Fires have got a slight edge.
It's extremely close out there. And Shemin Grivashev posturing there. You can see he took a hard left to his jaw. Pretended it didn't hurt him, but he got it right back, and he possibly deserved that. The crowd was up in cheers when that happened. Let's wait for the judges to score this. It's extremely close.
All 3
And
judges
Charlie
have got
Suarez, absolutely. That's no surprises there. Charlie Suarez, we thought it would be close, but these landed some nice hard jabs. Timeout. Just cleaning the ring. There's some water that's fallen out there.
And there you see the extra water and the wet patch on the advertising sticker. That makes it really slippery, almost like a bar of soap.
It's become extremely wet out there, and Suarez comes out firing all guns. And I can tell you, Shemin Grivashev might posture that he's not hurting, but I can tell you those hurt because Charlie Suarez hits hard. He's knocked his last opponent down, and he's going after Shemin Grivashev. He's up in this fight for now.
Well, yes, he's leading on 2 cards, and on 1 card he's 1 point behind. So there he has got the opportunity. The Filipino fighter for Mumbai Fighters have got the opportunity to draw level, and that would be a huge surprise for Baku Fires.
It certainly would, but it won't be a surprise for us who saw Charlie Suarez fight last time. That was a month ago. And he's certainly a boxer on the up. He's 23 years old. He's 4 years younger than his opponent. More scope for improvement, clearly. And he's proving that he can go all the way with some of the best in the world. His opponent ranked 6th. As Charlie Suarez takes a right to his jaw. And a left. Follows it up with a left and a right. Returns the favor there, Ravi, with
halfway through round number 4, and now it's really beginning to hurt Grivashev because Charlie Suarez has rocked him by those blows to the shoulder. Now the punches from Grivashev are not packing as much power as they were in the first 2 rounds.
and a very different posture from Grivashev as well, and he certainly isn't as cheeky as he was in the previous round.
That is the official stable, the official announcer, the timekeeper as well. And now Charlie Suarez coming in very strongly. He knows he's got his man in the corner.
And he's hurt him there. A good right, and he's going after his man now. Grivashev fights back. He's coming with a counter, and the Two men are going toe-to-toe. The crowd is up in arms out here. Charlie Suarez just unable to capitalize on that, I thought. Ravi's allowed his man back in, but he really hurt him then.
But it is certainly the crowd chanting his name as the man, Charlie Suarez is making sure that Semen Grivashev is not able to do much. But Charlie Suarez has certainly got the advantage in round number 4. He's landed a couple of good ones to the head and should be getting the nod from the judges.
He should win this one. Semen Grivashev finishing the round better than he started off, but I think Charlie Suarez had done enough for most of the round to score this one in his favor.
Well, there you see that left landing on Grivashev, and then once again Charlie Suarez trying to follow up, waiting for that opportunity, and then as soon as that opportunity came, he followed it up with a good 1-2, and then we'll have to wait and see how the judges saw it. All three for Charlie Suarez, and now it's going to be quite interesting.
Ed Matthew out there.
Seconds out.
He was physio for the
Round
Indian Olympic
5.
team in 2008. Ed Matthew, it is the physio of the Indian boxing team. But at the moment we're back to round number 5. And Mohit, one card is all level. Ed Matthew watching very closely. And we've got two judges giving the advantage to Charlie Suarez and one judge is all level. So now Grivashev actually needs a knockout.
He certainly does.
No,
Charlie
then-
Suarez just has to do enough to ensure that he stays on his feet. And even if he finishes this round strong, it will be enough. Grivashev knows he's got to go after his man. Charlie Suarez needs to stay on his feet. But Grivashev
No hold there.
receives one on his jaw from Suarez's right, and certainly Grivashev, not surprisingly, being the aggressor out here. Charlie Suarez trying to keep him at bay, and he lands a couple of nice combinations out there. And I'll tell you something, Ravi, with a minute
No, hold there.
45 seconds left to go,
Break.
this just may have been the final nail in the coffin for Semen Grivashev, the higher-ranked player.
Well, this is certainly not something
No,
that
they-
Baku Fires had expected because they've won one bout against Jitendra Kumar by an unintentional foul, and then they're in trouble. So now Baku Fires are fighting with their backs to the wall.
So Charlie Suarez, we know he can fight. We saw him knock his opponent out the last time. He's very square in his stance, but he comes in very low and comes at his opponent with a lot of weight and propulsion behind his punch.
No hold there.
Last 45 seconds in the 5th and final round, and
Box.
the Indian contingent is all excited. If they could land a punch or two, certainly it would be KO right now.
Well, Semen Grivashev needs a knockout. He's going to lose this fight otherwise. He's been able to act aggressor in this one. But Charlie Suarez,
Box.
I feel, has certainly done enough to win this fight. A good counter from Charlie Suarez out there.
Stop. Box.
No count there. That was a fall from no punch.
Well, I think the local people need to pay a little more attention to the ring because the ring has not been the cleanest. We've seen quite a few slips, at least half a dozen or more. But at the moment, the crowd is up on its feet because we've got a big verdict coming up in the lightweight as we are joined by Ayaz Memon. Ayaz, did you expect Mumbai Fighters to be 2-all at the end of 4?
Well, absolutely not. I think this is getting to be a very exciting, contest between the two teams. And everybody had written off the Mumbai Fighters before the bouts began tonight. So it's a big surprise.
Well, and Ayaz, a tragic end to Jitendra Kumar's fight because he was crawling back. He had won the 3rd round and he looked like he might have had control of the 4th round when they stopped the fight.
As we await the announcement of the results, there is no surprises there because it is Venky's Mumbai Fighters now awaiting to get the shot. We've got Ayaz Memon with us. And Ayaz, tell us, now this is something that Mumbai Fighters could carry as a legacy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have with me the results.
It is, and I think this
a
bout
unanimous
itself,
decision by
what
the
we're
judges.
watching today,
And the winner
let's
from the
get the
Venky's
result.
Mumbai Fighters, Charlie, the Warrior of God, Suarez!
And Charlie Suarez adds to his record, wins another fight. He won his last with a knockout. We were watching that from here, Ayaz, and he had his opponent out stone cold. But just again talking about an event like this, now you've seen a lot of sport in your time. As the country starts to face some cricket fatigue, it's so important for sports like this to start to find their ground.
Well, we've got all set at 2 apiece, and coming up is the heavyweight bout between Uenfa and Hazim Murtazaliev. Don't go away, we'll be right back and keep talking to Ayaz Memon.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, things have really got interesting, isn't it? Even Stevens. But you have to excuse me, I have to take a personal note because I'm an army man's daughter and the Sikh regiment is there, Jai Hind. They're boxers, they're army men, they defend our nation. It's great to see you in the house. All right, celebrities, army men, boxing fans, what more could you want? The heavyweight bout still awaits. But before that, it's the cheerleaders.